Hi, this morning we're going to do the problem number 3 from our set of problems that are, if you can follow me, inflammatory diseases of the central nervous system. And there are 5 problems here, if you see here. And this morning we're in problem number 3, right? So we're going to erase this number 3. And this is just a reminder that the theory is here. And if you haven't done it before, you have to watch this video here for the whole explanation of how to solve all these 5 problems. But let me give you a little visual explanation of what's going on here. Okay, the code reads, or the problem reads 03, encephalitis due to rubella. Encephalo means brain and itis means inflammation. So this is an inflammation of the brain due to a virus that is called rubella. This is the virus right here, you see? The virus comes somehow to the brain, right there, you see? This is the brain and the spinal cord. It comes to the brain, and because it comes to the brain becomes inflamed. The brain, just the brain, because encephalitis is just the brain, it's not the spinal cord. You see the brain inflamed? That's what it is. Encephalitis due to rubella. Okay? Now, if you recall the video that we explained how to solve these problems, the first thing we have to do is we have to find the word that ends in itis, which that is the inflammation. Here we will go to encephalitis, right? After we find encephalitis, then we try to see the due to rubella. And that's what Stephanie is going to do with the book.
Go to the index and search for E for encephalitis.
E for encephalitis. There's encephalitis. And then?
Then we go down to in due to. In or due to.
In due to. There it is. And then we go
scrolling all the way down to rubella.
Rubella. And the code that it's next to it, right next to rubella, is B06.01. That's the code. There's only one code. If you go to the previous one, to poliovirus, you can see that there are 2 codes here. There's A80.9 and in brackets is G05.3. That's a dual code. So in rubella, that's a strong indication, almost a certainty that it's only one code, or it is a combination code, right? So it's B06.01. So we go to our little table here, right? And there are 3 ways to solve this problem. And which way would be for this one? A, B, or C?
A.
A, because it's a combination code. So can you write the code there? B06.
01.
That is a combination code. It represents the bug, which is the green circle, and the infection, which is the red eye. Okay? But now, we still have to check it in the tabular. So that's what Stephanie is going to do right now. I'm going to check it in the tabular. So we go to B06. B06, and B06 is rubella, which is also called German measles. Okay, and then we go to our exact code, which will be B0601, and we have the rubella encephalitis, right?
Right.
And there's no indication to put an additional code or code first. There's no indication here to code first. No, there's nothing there. It should be in red saying code first, or here put an additional code, and there's nothing. The only indication that we have is the underneath it says rubella meningoencephalitis, which means that if we had the rubella meningoencephalitis is the same code, right? So we checked the code already, so that's okay. Now the last check is that we go to the book and then we see if that's our answer. Is 3, encephalitis due to rubella, and the answer is what we found out, which is B 06.01.